not
Yeah,
allowed
yeah,
to
it's against the
film
law
here.
to film on a government
Get the
building.
hell
It is
out
not.
of here.
It is.
No, it's
Get
not.
the hell. Have
Yeah,
you
No,
gone
it's
to the post office? Get the
yes.
hell out of here.
No, thank you.
It's against the law to
Get the hell out of here.
No, thank you.
Call the police. It is against the law.
This
My
is a
car.
government building.
Hey.
Get the hell out of here.
I have 3 videos I'd like to discuss. The first one is from Long Island audits. It involves a Connecticut State Trooper in an airport. I happened to stumble upon Long Island audits, I guess, a while back. I really like the format that he uses. I also like that he is very professional, he's very polite, and he doesn't try to agitate the police officers. Nonetheless, he seems to be very successful in having the police fail at their job and basically illustrating why these audits take place in the first place. The Connecticut State Trooper clearly doesn't understand the basic fundamentals of investigations. People complain about him taking videos in the airport rather than doing any type of advanced inquiry into that matter. For instance, watching from afar, observing the activity. Is the person acting suspicious when people are walking by? Is the person trying to conceal what they are doing? None of that takes place. The trooper does absolutely no investigation other than walking up to him, asking him who he is. Initially, it appears somewhat polite, but immediately asks him for his identification. And within a very short period of time, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute tops, he places the auditor in handcuffs because he refuses to provide identification. Clearly not understanding the Fourth Amendment and what this gentleman's rights are. And he's clearly articulating to the trooper and explaining to him that he doesn't have to provide information. And then the second 2 videos are from South Valley News 8759. This channel I am somewhat familiar with, but not as familiar with as Long Island audits. I have 2 very short videos. Same thing. Police officers are either called out or observe this individual taking photographs and videotaping, and right away, instead of conducting an investigation, they ask for identification. It really cracks me up with these police officers that in their mind, conducting an investigation is asking for someone's identification. Why? So you can run them NCIC and see if they're wanted. That's not an investigation. That's called fishing. A good cop. Let me take that back. When I was a trooper, I would speak with the troopers on my squad and I would say to them, every trooper at this station is a trooper, but not everyone is a cop. We're all troopers, but there's only a few of us that are cops. A cop knows how to conduct an investigation. A cop knows how to do some advanced intel. Pull up to the scene or walk up to the scene unannounced. Observe from a distance prior to going, watch behavior, what's going on, look at the interactions that are taking place. Is the person trying to avoid people? Is he trying to conceal, he or she trying to conceal something? And then after you glean that information, then you walk up and now you have some information to really build upon. Does their demeanor change when they see you? Does it change when they see a police officer? Are they acting nervous? Are they evasive? Are they not cooperating because they are invoking their constitutional rights? Or are they not cooperating because they have committed or about to commit a crime? A good cop will understand body language. A good cop will understand how to effectively question people. A good cop will understand how to perform an assessment both prior to arriving and while on the scene, building that information to either eliminate this person as a suspicious person or build your case that the person is actually suspicious. It's supposed to be a objective investigation or inquiry, not subjective. Identification should not be the first thing that you are asking for. So if you are a police officer and your first technique in investigation or an inquiry is to ask for identification, you need to work on your policing skills. I will have some comments about the South Valley News 8759 videos after this video.
Are you a supervisor? Yeah. I was just explaining to Megan here that I'm an independent.
Every right to phone.
Yeah.
As long as you don't film the X-ray screens, because that's all sensitive.
Okay.
And impede the operation, you're fine.
Yeah. No, I'm just an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
I think you're well within your rights. I think you know them.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. And your name was? Brett Kavanaugh. Brett. Wow, like the Supreme Court Justice. The Supreme Court Justice.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, sir?
With the State Police. How are you doing today?
How you doing, Trooper?
Good. I'm here to find out what your biggest issue is at the airport today.
My business is none of your business, Trooper LaVoy, but I was nice enough to tell you, and look what I got for it. Nothing, just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, great. Do you have your ID on you?
I'm not going to provide you my ID, Trooper.
By a state trooper for your ID, you're going to have to provide it.
Wrong. You do not have to surrender your Fourth Amendment right unless the law enforcement officer has reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, which he admits several times he does not. Connecticut, sir, is not a stop and ID state, and unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion, I've committed
to do that. I'm not here to get a legal advice from you.
You should have taken the legal advice while you had the chance, Trooper. Yeah.
I'm asking legally, an order from a state trooper to provide me your ID. You're causing alarm at the airport. Multiple people have come up to us asking what you're doing.
There's a supervisor who just told me I was well within my rights.
Please?
Sir, let's see it. I'm going to.
Put your hands behind your back, please. Disturbance at the airport. You refuse to provide me your ID. You're clearly doing this on purpose.
I'm not.
So we're going to go through the books.
I'm gathering content for a story. I told everybody I'm an independent journalist.
I get that. Now we're going to prove that, sir.
There is no proof of that. The First Amendment grants me the right.
What's your last name?
I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to
ask you again. What's your last name?
If I do not give you my name, sir,
you're going to be placed under arrest and taken to be fingerprinted to identify you.
Bingo. There you go. Threat of arrest. That's all I needed.
Okay, my last name is Reyes.
How do you spell that?
R-E-Y-E-S.
Yeah.
As long as you say that, if you say you're gonna put me under arrest, I will give you my name.
That's what we would have to do to identify.
An unlawful detainment. This is you know what that's gonna happen, right?
Are you trying to scare me?
I'm just saying.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
I'm trying to tell you that this is unlawful, sir. I've been nothing but cordial with you since you came up to me.
Absolutely, except you interfered with my investigation and failed to provide your ID.
You have no authority, sir. You have no authority to ask me for ID, sir. That's just the fact.
I actually do once you cause a disturbance at the airport. If you were just here
I wasn't causing
and no one came to me and reported you to me, absolutely, you're 100% right. You can sit here and record all day. That's not the issue.
So by Trooper LaVoy's logic, if anyone came up to him and said, that person is suspicious, I don't like the color of his skin, I don't like the kind of clothes he's wearing, whatever the case may be, he would have the duty and the legal authority to investigate that person, including putting them in handcuffs and demanding ID under threat of arrest. That is very scary, ladies and gentlemen.
The issue is you're causing alarm.
TSA supervisor Brett Kavanaugh came and spoke with me and told me that I have every right to film the security checkpoint.
I did not deny that. Have you heard that from me at all?
So what
you're causing alarm and disturbance to the passengers. Multiple people came to me. I'm sure you saw me standing over there, and I was asked to come and find out what's going on with the suspicious person at the checkpoint.
Suspicion is not a crime, sir.
It's not. The crime,
Can you articulate
I did not say that there was a crime committed, sir. I tried to identify you to make sure that there was no issue here.
I'm an advocate trying to promote that.
You should. We're still trying to find out where you're from, so.
Great police work, Trooper LaVoy. Trying to figure out where I'm from. Maybe I'm from Long Island. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. There's nothing that it's right in your face that would tell you I'm from Long Island. I don't know. It's just a guess. But great police work, Trooper LaVoy. You are a really sharp one, aren't you?
Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
All right, Tom.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
a reasonable articulable suspicion, and I would like to file a formal complaint against this trooper, and I'll be writing a statement to your internal affairs. But I'd like to file a complaint with you as a supervisor.
Well, I'm going to direct you to our professional standards.
Now, you'll note in this next video from South Valley News that the police officer immediately walks up. You can tell he has an attitude. It's kind of hard to hear, but right off the bat, he says, "Who are you?" rather than engaging in a friendly conversation. To my point with the previous video, rather than watching from afar and seeing exactly what is taking place to get a general idea of what the person is doing, he walks immediately up and asks for identification. And the interesting part about this is not too long afterwards, he turns around, tells this auditor that he has to stay within the public space, and then walks away. So if this person, this auditor, was actually up to no good, this officer wouldn't have found out anyway, because he did no investigation whatsoever, and he just walked away. I would hope that from afar he watched and observed. Very unlikely, however.
There. How you doing? Excuse me? Who are you?
I am Sergeant Kerwin with the Tustin Police Department. Who are you?
Badge number?
1031, right there.
1031. All right.
And you are?
Just American citizen. I've never been here, so I'm just doing a little short story right here. Yeah.
A short story?
Yes, sir.
Do you have ID with you that I can see?
Identification?
Yeah.
For what?
So I can see who you are. You know who I am.
Yeah. Well.
Can I see your ID? No, your ID. The police ID? No, the badge number. Yeah, you want the badge number?
No, your ID.
My driver's license? No, why do you want to see my driver's license?
What do you want to see ours for?
Well, you're videotaping the front of the police car. I just want to know who you are. What's that?
Is that a crime?
Not a crime at all. Just asking you if I can figure out who you are.
Yeah. No thanks on my part either.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to videotape and take pictures?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make sure you stay in the public areas, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We know our boundaries. Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. You too. Have a good one. He tried to ID us. Maybe next time, partner.
If a good police officer gets a call, they take the information, they understand that the information could be valid, might be valid, but there are times when it's probably not, and you roll up, you assess the situation, and then you go from there.
This is a government building. You're
You
not
can't,
allowed
yeah,
to
it's
be
against the
filming
law
here.
to film on a government
Get the
building.
hell
It's
out
not.
of here.
It is.
No, it's
Get
not.
the hell. Have you
No,
gone to the post office? Get the hell out of here.
No, thank you.
It's against the law to
Get the hell out of here.
No, thank you.
Call the police. It is against the law. My
This
car
is a
got
government
hey,
building.
Hey,
Get the hell out of here.
my car got broke into right here. And
Get the hell out of here. They're
No,
not even
thanks.
allowed
There's
to have
no cameras
security
because it's
cameras
against
here.
the law.
No, thank you. No, thank
This is an illustration that just because someone is making a complaint or saying someone is acting in a suspicious or a threatening way, that they actually are. These people are agitated, and you can imagine what the phone call was like to the police. So you could surmise that they arrive with already subjective intentions rather than an objective perspective. If a good police officer gets a call, they take the information, they understand that the information could be valid, might be valid, but there are times when it's probably not, and you roll up, you assess the situation, and then you go from there.